God had a sanctuary for a guitar player in mind on the 8th day.
When you get to spend a couple of days with Ted Nugent, you better prepare yourself for some passionate conversation. You can't say we didn't warn you.
And that's the same thing with the guys who hate on the crossbows. Say, well, that's too easy. It's to your same point. Now you're dictating what I should and shouldn't do based off of. Well, you should have a permanent disability to be able to use a crossbow.
That kind of stuff, which is why we are blood brothers, and believe me, we're not alone. And as we identify the embarrassment of a lunatic fringe who thinks in such a selfish and mindless way, they really are a lunatic fringe. They're not the pulse of our sport. I'm afraid the fringe is more than a hiccup. It might be a guttural belch at this point because we run into it. What sort of human being we go, we need to ban lighted knocks in this area? Really? What role does a lighted knock play in harvesting an animal? A lighted knock helps you identify the shot after it's taken and maybe find your arrow after the shot. In Georgia, you could bait in half the state, but not the other half. Well, if there's a reason to ban baiting anywhere, then it would have to apply everywhere. And of course, it's arbitrary. It's not founded in science. So we got the whole state where you get feed and bait. Louisiana, legalized feed and bait. Alabama, finally feed. So if those dedicated biologists are examining the subject and researching it, coming to the conclusion that it's good for supplementing the support of our wildlife, what biologists at the Illinois DNR, the Michigan DNR, what information are they privy to that Georgia, Louisiana, South Carolina, Kentucky, Kansas, Ohio, North Dakota, Nebraska, all these states where you can feed and bait deer, is there or is there not whitetail biology? And I'll answer that question myself. Of course there is. There's not whitetail biology in North Dakota, and then a different whitetail biology in South Dakota. It's the same biology. This is all political correctness, abuse of power, and people who are either clueless or just dishonest. We're going right